Today, we modded Bloons Tower Defense 6 to add in Starcraft 2 towers. With 3 different factions to choose from, there's so much to cover in this game. A couple weeks ago, we covered the first faction, and if we get 10,000 likes, we're gonna cover the last faction in a couple weeks as well. Now, I gotta say, out of all the different mods in Bloons Tower Defense 6, the Starcraft 2 one is one of the coolest ones out there. With 3 full-on different factions, and almost 20 total towers, there's so much to explore. So today, we're gonna be taking a look at the Terran, which only have 5 different towers. However, each one, except for a single one of them, has a T5. And they even have multiple paths too. So to start off, we're going to put down a Marine because it's only $340. And plus, the Marine is actually extremely effective. It's kind of like your cheap, easy way to dip your toes into this mod. Now, keep in mind, we are going to try and win Wave 140 only using towers from this specific section of the mod. I don't know if it's going to be possible, but we're going to try our best. So to start off, we have the Marine here. His first upgrade is only 150 bucks, making the ammunition casing out of depleted uranium 238 increases range and damage, which for $150, I don't know why you'd pass up on that. His next upgrade is only 380 as well. Look at his fire rate, though. He literally shoots faster than the quick shots would of a dart monkey. Now, the next step I would say you should do is getting a command center. The reason you want this is because it's going to generate you money early on. It's kind of like a banana farm, except way weaker, but it's the only way we have to make money really at the moment besides actually playing the game. So, yeah! So anyway, refinery. Exploiting a local Vespin geyser increases the income generated. So we're going to do that real quick. Now we're making $50 every few seconds as opposed to only 20. And we can go ahead and get the additional refinery for only 910. And now the money starts to pile up a little bit. Now, there is 2 different T5 paths. We can go to the top route or the bottom route. This one, obviously, we're going to the top route. The next one, we will go the bottom route for sure. But here we go. Orbital Command upgrades the sensory equipment massively to provide camo detection to all nearby towers and gains orbital strike ability, sending down many ballistic missiles. So if we want to be able to hit camo balloons, we might as well get that now. And now our Marine here, within the range, is actually able to pop camos. So we can start looking at laser targeting system for 380. Adding a laser pointer allows targeting camo balloons. And Rain, do you mind just, like, editing a clown face on me? Well, I should have seen that one coming. And slightly increases range. So we'll get that anyway, even though apparently the camo ability that we got means absolutely nothing. Then there's stim packs. Stim packs increase attack speed by 50% for a short while. That's not too bad. The only problem is that it is an ability, which means we have to remember to use it every once in a while. It's a little bit annoying, but there's worse things. All right, now, enhanced SCVs let them move and mine faster. So we should be making money even faster, and mules harvest resources faster as well. So pretty much look at how fast we're now making money from a singular command center that's not even upgraded. All right, we can go ahead and get the Warpig now. Warpig mercenaries use upgraded, don't ask if it's legal, equipment. Well, now I'm going to ask if it's legal. Increases damage and attack speed. So let's get that. And the last upgrade is James Raynor, and it just says Jimmy here, and it's $7,400. Now, for now, we are making a lot of money, so I don't really know how necessary it is for us to jump on in and get that. But let's see, a sensor tower. Constructs a mini sensor tower, increasing the detection range. Oh my gosh, that is a huge detection range. And now this next one is one of my favorites. So for the T5s, the first T5 we're going to get is this one right now, which is Orbital Barrage. It will literally nuke the map once every few seconds. I mean, when I say it's like unbelievable, it really is. It's literally a nuke every 5 seconds. Now, normally I'd say it's a problem that's $11,500, but as you can see, we are making money at an extremely fast rate with only 1 command center. So we should be fine. So here we go. Regularly sends down nuclear missiles and... Bro, and keep in mind, those are camo popping as well. So I think with that, we're going to be fine for quite some time. In fact, to be honest with you, I kind of don't even want it right now because it's going to make it harder to show you guys all the other towers. So I'm going to go ahead and sell that off for now and just get it at T4. All right, so we'll leave this alone for now. That'll be fine for the time being. Let's go ahead and show you guys what James Raynor is all about. So take a look. He basically shoots at a much faster fire rate. And on top of that, too, he is also just absolute... Look at that. He can grenade and blow up leads, and he's just basically taking down any type of balloon you could throw at him at the moment. Now, I'm kind of curious to see how well he'll do against a Moab. That much I don't know. I imagine a standard one, though, he should be fine. Well, only one way to find out. Let's use the little skip around button here and just fast forward a little bit here to wave 30. So that right there is like 6 waves in one that he was just shredding through. So right after this wave, he should be able to focus on the Moab alone. All right, let's see. And let's keep in mind, we also have the stim ability as well. So that should help us out in case things get a little crazy. But, oh yeah, look at that. He destroyed a normal Moab. That's kind of what I figured would happen. So I'm guessing his only real challenge is going to be the BFBs. But even then, I don't really think so. Probably ZOMGs is where things start to really come to a head. But either way, the Marine only has one tier 5 path, kind of sad, but the other ones all have different varying ones out there. So let's go ahead here and let's get for ourselves another command center and start going the bottom route with it. So we can get the refineries, then enhance SCVs and mules we already covered. Planetary Fortress equips 2 powerful Ibic cannons, allowing the command center to attack. Actually, you know what? Let's move it up a little bit, because I forgot it actually gets those cannons. So let's see that work. Oh, that's pretty neat, actually. It doesn't deal a ton of damage, but it definitely helps out a little bit, giving it a little bit of explosions. The Neo Steel frame. Reinforcing the entire frame with Neo Steel allows much more powerful shots to be fired. All right, well, now we're kind of talking here. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and take James Raynor. We're going to move him down the track a bunch. I kind of want to put him, like, right here towards the end. There we go. So we'll still have... Oh, no, that was maybe a mistake. All right, let's go ahead. Oh, we got to power up the nukes. Okay, and then stim packs, go! All right, there we go. That might not have been our smartest move, moving that to the back. Let's get the Neo Steel frames, then Might of the Dominion. 30,000. Get a Battlecruiser at the end of every round. If you're wondering what a Battlecruiser is, it's one of the other towers that we have to cover here today, and it actually is really awesome because it can be placed on top of the track, meaning you can add in extra space to your map, because instead of just having to put them off the track, you get all the other real estate you could possibly want. To my knowledge, it works on top of water as well, and there's literally nowhere that it can't be placed, so it's kind of ridiculous. All right, well, without further ado, let's get the Might of the Dominion. There we go. So at the end of every round, we'll get one free one of those, which normally costs $1,800. And, oh, we're going to need that thing ASAP here. Let's go, stim pack. Come on, stim pack it up. There we go. And do we need a nuke? Yeah, we'll use a special ability. Why not? There we go. So here's our free Battlecruiser. Like I said, you can put it right down on the tracks. So the first upgrade for it is Tactical, which, by the way, look at that. Just the towers we have in the front there, not even T5. Well, I guess this one's technically T5, but it doesn't really help anything getting the Battlecruisers. But either way, with only that T5 and a base tower of this, we're dealing a lot of damage. Tactical Jump allows the Battlecruiser to make use of its short-range warp drive, instantly teleporting to anywhere on the map. The next upgrade, the Yamato Cannon, upgrades the Colossus Reactor, lets the Yamato Cannon be fired, dealing massive damage to a single target. So this is what I'm talking about. This is one of the coolest mods out there, and I can only imagine if I actually played StarCraft, how much cooler this actually would be. But either way, the Yamato Cannon is destroying them for the most part, but it could use a little more help. So let's get the Sovereign class, which can fire the Yamato Cannon regularly with reduced damage. So instead of having to hit that ability there to use it, now it just uses it on its own whenever it kind of feels like. And I'm going to go ahead and teleport it as well to closer to this one right here, because now it'll get the camo protection that comes out of the command center. Now next up is the Pride of Augustgrad. Elite Dominion Battlecruiser can tack jump much more frequently, increase damage, and camo detect. Honestly, I gotta start paying more attention. This is ridiculous. All right, well, at least we can go ahead and warp drive a little bit more easily, but we no longer need the camo detection, so let's just put it down there. And last but not least is Hyperion, a ship hailing from the days of the Confederacy and has seen many cruising battles, currently the flagship of the Dominion. Now, along the way as well, we also have 8 free of the... Oh my gosh, we're gonna have 9 free of them. It is really OP, though, because that'll save us $1,600 every single round on these Battlecruisers, thanks to that Command Center upgrade. So let's go ahead and get the Hyperion. Boom! And look how powerful that ship is. That is ridiculous. And now that brings us in to one of our last 2 things we have. We have the Raven and we have the Viking. So let's go ahead and let's show off the Viking for a second here. So I'm going to move him a little bit closer to the front lines there. Now, the Viking itself isn't very powerful at the start. However, once it gets to its T3, that's when things really start to turn around for it. So let's move our Battlecruiser back a little bit just to give him a chance to actually fire at them. All right, so his first upgrade is Fighter Mode. Trains the pilot to transform and makes use of the Fighter Mode for a short time, gaining bonus damage against Moabs. Only targets Moabs in Fighter Mode. All right, so there we go. We'll go ahead and start using that. Up until that point, he's not very powerful at all to Moabs. Now, at least he does a little bit more damage. However, you do have to go ahead and upgrade to fighter mode like this, which does make it so that it doesn't hit any other balloon types, which is a very big downside of it while it's in that special mode. Now, Phobos class weapon system. Increase range and damage in all modes. So you like that one. The Deimos Viking, Dominion Vikings modified with legal mercenary. You know, I'm starting to think these are a lot of illegal mercenary equipments. More pierce damage, better fire rate, and can pop lead balloons on the ground and more rockets in the air. Well, we like that, the ability to pop lead balloons. And we also like its ability to pop more things in the air. But the only problem is, unless we go into fighter mode like that, it can't hit those in the air anyway. So it's kind of a double-edged sword, really. Sky Fury, however, elite Dominion Vikings, doubles the time spent in fighter mode and can now attack Moabs in ground mode. So that is where things start to really turn around for it. As you can see, it doesn't deal as much damage as it possibly should. However, it'll at least hit them while it's on the ground. So it's a good thing, I guess. All right, so let's fast forward a bunch of waves through. I want to set a Zomg against us here. There we go. Wave 80. Let's send in the Zomg, and I'm going to put myself in fighter mode as well. Here we go, and let's get him Archangel. The pride of the Dominion Engineering Corps, and Archangel is the solution to almost any threat. Look at him go! So the Archangel, which only costs like $13,000 to get the last upgrade there, is able to shred through the Zomgs. Now, keep in mind, we do have one more tower left, which is the Raven. But so far, our towers are able to survive so easily. I'm going to get rid of some of these Battlecruisers. We have a bunch of them. They're kind of cluttering up the screen for the most part. So I think you guys get the point about how powerful they are. Now, the Raven is able to be placed on the track. However, it only has a T4 upgrade to one route. So it's pretty much the least developed out of every single tower in this mod. But don't be mistaken in thinking that it's weak. So here we go. The Seeker Missile occasionally deploys Seeker Missiles very fast and high damage. So in order to showcase that off, let's get rid of our Viking that's in the front there and move him to the back line with the rest of our towers that are done being showcased. All right, here we go. The Seeker Missile. Let's go ahead and do that one right there. Then they have the Thea Raven. Deploys automatic turrets nearby, increases detection range. Look at the turrets go. So now it kind of works like any other engineer monkey would, placing out its own sentry turrets and dealing extra damage. Then the Corvid Reactor. Upgrades to the Raven's reactor allows for much quicker production of Seeker missiles and turrets. Now if you look, there's at least two of the turrets down on the ground at once, and you can see the explosions going off more and more frequently. Now, Science Vessel. Manned Terran flying sport replaces Seeker missiles with Irradiate, damaging gas cloud that does big damage to non-Moab balloons. Look, he has 3 at a time, and sometimes even up to 4 turrets at a given moment. There's the gas cloud. That's so awesome. I love this tower. Honestly, this mod never ceases to amaze me. I want to see how we're dealing against the DDTs. So I just sent 3 waves at the same time, and oh my gosh, we're not ready for the DDTs. That's shocking, with a T5 of all kinds. Except there is technically one that we're missing. Orbital Barrage. Now let's see how well we can fare. So you saw it without the Orbital Barrage. How can we deal against the DDTs now with the Orbital Barrage? And keep in mind, we also have all of our different abilities that we weren't really using just yet. So for instance, Stim Pack. And they lost anyway. This is completely shocking. So let alone beating Wave 140, I don't even know if we'll be able to beat Wave 100 only using these types of towers. I guess it's time to start calling in the help from the Battlecruisers that we have just lined up for free, but I hope the extra firepower is going to be enough. This is kind of scary, actually, for us. Unfortunately, we ran out of money even with those free ones to keep upgrading them. So we have a few that are T4, but otherwise, oh my gosh. We might actually end up in quite the bit of trouble here. All right, I'm going to send 2 more waves at a time here. There you go. Keep shredding them. Keep shredding them. I think we're going to struggle very, very much so on Wave 95. I don't know if we'll even be able to beat it only using Terran faction towers. But here we go. This is our first wave of the DDTs. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. No way. The DDTs are just cracked. That is ridiculous. Like, I don't even think it matters 91 and 92. 93 is the next one where DDTs come in, and I think that's where we're going to actually struggle big time. All right, well, there we go. We got another one of those down, and then we can start working on a brand new one of these. Jeez. Times are definitely tough here for us. But here we go, Wave 93. There should be a lot more DDTs that are going to try and fly through here. All right, let's make sure we use our ability for the stim upgrade, and no way. We're going to have to pull out all the stops here. Alright, so we spent virtually all of our money and put down every single free battlecruiser. So if this doesn't work, then officially speaking, that's kind of a wrap on this challenge. I don't think we'll be able to get past it. Oh my gosh, we barely shut down Wave 93. There's no way, though, that we're going to beat Wave 95. Like, a 0% chance. But I think that's why I actually like the StarCraft 2 mod so much. Not only is it really awesome and well developed, but the one thing about it, unlike most other mods out there, is that it's actually kind of balanced and fair. Like, these towers are not super overpowered or cracked that they're going to get you all the way to wave 300 or 400 like we see all the time. It actually feels like it's part of the game, or should be anyway. But either way, here's wave 95. We're about to face off against the big DDT onslaught, which unfortunately will probably be the absolute death of us. Yeah, look at them all trying to get through. Even with the stim ability, we got destroyed. So there you have it, everyone. 10,000 likes, and we'll cover the last factions of StarCraft 2.